Hello, Dr. Tawana Worlds by birth, also known as a disruptor. Did you know that millions who grew up in poverty also die in poverty? Have you ever heard the saying, what good can come out of the hood? Well, I'm here to disrupt for just a minute. Yes, I was that little girl that grew up in the hood, grew up in the ghetto, single mother, absent father, eating out of the trash can just to survive. But I was also that girl that determined way back then that I was not going to become a product of my past. And now I help others do the same thing. I'm not a victim, I'm a victor. I help men and women from similar backgrounds find value in their own vault and create wealth from within. What's going on, family?
That first class.
I already sent it to the other one.
You see the other?
What's going on, everybody? Who's tapping in on tonight? I see Hostile 22. What's up? It say Facebook user. Hey, good people. I don't know your name, but hello to you as well. What's going on, good people? Trying to see who tapping in on tonight, okay? I'm not going to be here a whole long time, but I believe that I need to be here on time. How about that? Because what's coming, we ought to be weeping. We ought to be weeping for what's coming. We shouldn't be casually strolling on and by like nothing is going on, nothing is coming, nothing is being prepared, nothing is being planned. How many of us on tonight know and see and hear what's going on, brother? How many of us recognize what's going on? I mean, the news is prophesying it. You don't need a deaf man to tell you what's going on. We clearly can see with our own eyes. Whether you want to see it or not, you can see it. And a lot of the things that are going on and a lot of the things that are happening are predestined to happen. They have to happen, but they don't have to happen to us. A lot of the things that are happening are judgments, period. They're judgments. And while you got the evil one thinking, that they are winning, they are not. Nevertheless, that does not mean that we are not to be prepared and that we are not to be positioned. We have to be prepared and we have to be positioned. In order to escape all that is coming up on the face of the earth, we have to be prepared and we have to be positioned. We do not have time to play. We don't have time to be indecisive. We don't have time to be entertained. We don't have time to be stagnant. We don't have time to be lazy. We don't have time to be afraid. We don't have time to live in fear. We don't have time to be stuck. Let me get started over here. Hey, my sister Gwendolyn. We really do not have time, y'all. And if you don't mind on tonight, I want to invite the presence of the living God into my home. And I want the presence of God to permeate this atmosphere. I want the spirit of the Most High God to permeate the frequencies, the wavelengths, whatever is transmitting this live video to you and how it's being transmitted to you. I want the spirit of the living God, the Most High God, to permeate. Most people don't know, and if you have discernment, then you do. I don't have to tell you this. I'm an intercessor. And no, I'm not like what you normally see in the church. I just walk in fellowship with the Most High God. If you want anybody to do it, here I am. If don't nobody else want to do it, then I do. If don't nobody else want to go, then I will. If don't nobody else want to leave, then I will. If don't nobody else want to honor you, then I do. That's it. There's no strings attached. This is not some type of religious. No, it's not that. Not with me. It's relational. And all I can tell y'all on tonight is the Most High cares so much about us. Whether you believe in him, whether you worship him, whether you serve him, whether you in or out, it does not change who he is. He loves us so much that we're not even deserving. We're not even deserving of his mercy, of his grace, of his kindness. It is he who has enlightened us to see what is happening. It is he that has given us insight. It is not your third eye. It is not the ancestors. It's not none of that. It's the spirit of the living God that have given us the knowledge. While many people are in darkness, while many people don't see what you see what you see. And you're not that smart enough, you're not that wise enough, you're not that cute enough, you're not that handsome enough to know that or access that type of divine information by yourself. I'm sorry. You're not, and neither am I. And as an intercessor, that's how this whole entire mission was birthed. Through intercession. People will tell you that have followed me for years how many times I got on this bad boy and wailed and travailed and cried and begged for mercy and begged for a blueprint. How long I did that? A whole entire season, years. Father, you got to help us or we will not be helped. Father, if you don't intervene, there won't be no intervention. Father, if you do not raise up on our behalf, Father, if we wrong, forgive us. Help us because we need it. Period. Turning down my plate to seek his face, not his hand. I don't come wanting anything but revelation. How do we move, Father? Because I see what you have shown me, what is to come. And I have sat here religiously sounding the alarm. I don't peddle fear because I don't play with fear. I peddle truth. As I am given insight on this platform that I am overseeing, that the Most High has given me the ability to steward his people, that he leads my way, not me. I don't even like people, y'all. I am so introverted, I don't even like people. That's just real. I don't have nothing to hide. I'm very transparent. I would rather deal with me, myself, and I, if I could, for the rest of my life. I love people, but I don't like dealing with people. So please understand that I didn't come by myself. I was sent because I wanted to know. I have always been, since a child, Why I was born this way, I don't know. Only he does, because he created me fearfully and wonderfully. Let me turn this on over here before I actually just like get into it. Ever since I was a child, when I came up in this bad boy, being trained for my assignment. My life was hard for a reason, on purpose, because he knew the exact amount of weight that I needed to carry the load that I would be carrying in this dispensation of time. And going through it, I did not think that it was fair. Sometimes I look back and still be like, wow. But it was necessary, because that pain birthed passion. And one thing that you cannot never dominate, or you can't never stop, or you can't never halt, or you can't never keep stuck, is a passionate person, a passionate, purposeful person at that. I have suffered enough for all of us that we don't need to suffer anymore. What's going on, TikTok? Family over here, what's up? In real life. And I wanted to know a way, and I say this all the time, and I don't mean no pun. Maybe I do. I don't know. I really don't care if I do or if I don't. I just tell the truth. If you get your toes stepped on, that's your bad. I don't hate on nobody. I stay in my own lane. I can only direct traffic over here. But a lot of the people that say they represent us, whether they are politicians, community leaders, bro, I sit back and I look and I'm like, you see atrocities happening regularly. And we got enough money together collectively, black, white, orange, yellow, you understand me? To change situations and circumstances, yet and still nothing has changed. How long do we gotta march? How long do we gotta chant? How long do we gotta pray? How long do we gotta do all of these theatrics? And yet and still nothing changes. So I sit back from those perspectives and I look through the lens that no, I might have not could have did anything about my upbringing, and I might have not could have changed, I can't change how I was raised and the environment and what education I lacked and what information I didn't get. I can't change none of that, but what I can change is what's in my power and control to change. If I lack knowledge, then let me go get education, because I can go get that. If I lack resources, then let me go find out how to get resources. It's a simple fix. But yet and still nothing is being changed. From the church folks to those in the mosque, to those in the Catholic Church, to those in the community leaders, organizers, politicians. My head is uncovered and it will remain uncovered. I bind and rebuke every religious spirit that would try to hop up on this bad boy. It's going to remain uncovered. Okay, my hair is my covering. Go dig a little deeper. We're not doing that tonight. I will block you on sight. Okay? That's how I handle. I take out the trash over here. You want to come over here being childlike? Then you get put in a timeout, but mine's is permanent. I'm going to respect you as long as you respect me. And I'm not tolerating any disrespect. If you don't like something you looking at over here, then you're free to beat your feet. That's just how I feel about it. So as an intercessor, I see a lot of the things that are happening to us, and we just sitting back. We're just sitting back. Casually. With all kind of darts and arrows and everything else pointed in our direction. How can we sit back unresponsive? Unresponsive. And see what's going on? Evil has increased. Wickedness has escalated. And yet and still, we're just taking a casual backseat to all of the drama and allowing it to happen. And that's why I say all the time, I'm not like those you see sitting in the pews. See, my kingdom comes with force. It comes with power, not a whole bunch of words. My kingdom. I'm here to reinforce my kingdom. That at the end of the day, Satan, you was bound a long time ago, and I'm going to continue to keep you bound. Yes, I know you have a work to do. That's your job. But I also have a work to do. And that is to reinforce what was already done. There is no way in the world that we can continue to sit by. The reason why evil people get away with evil things is because you got people that will not take a stand and say, no, this will not be acceptable on my watch. How many of y'all is from like the old school? Like, how many of y'all had big mamas and stuff? I remember growing up, and the elders would walk around our neighborhoods. I really didn't start seeing violence like escalate until like the 2000, the millennial shift. Hardly anybody ever got cancer. Cancer was like a foreign word. There was not a lot of deaths related to cancer. Yeah, they had games, but the violence, the amount of violence that we see now happening in our communities, never. We can go out to the street lights we're on and beyond and still make it back safe. Kidnappings. I mean, every once in a while, we saw faces on milk cartons, but every once in a while, we see something like that. But those elders would walk around their whole entire community and decree and declare, not on my watch, won't be no bloodshed on my watch. Shut it all the way completely down. Any drug peddlers, shut it down. And then we see how wickedness has escalated everything about America. It's peddling perversion, wickedness, all kind of agendas. And we, the people, just sit back and allow it to happen. That's called an injustice. If we as grown adults don't care about us, let's care about the children. They are our future. And children are like, the best way that I can give an analogy about children, they like bank accounts. What you put in them is what you're going to get out. If you fill them up, then they'll be full enough they'll have enough reserve and resources for you to pull all of that which you put in them. Now, if you don't put anything in them, then you will not have anything to pull out. If you put the bad stuff in them, then you're going to have a whole bunch of bad to pull out. And you got everybody and they mama literally coming for our children. And that is not okay. And it's time for us to take a stand for righteousness. Basic logic thinking. Basic common sense. That as an adult, you do have a right and a free will to choose whatever it is that you want to do. But as our children and our future, you do not have a right to invade and infiltrate. And when I tell you that the generation that we're raising is lost, who do y'all think they're going to be taking care of? Us. And it's sad to say. Now, put me on an island before you entrust me into the care of this next generation after me. Never. They disrespectful. They violent. They without hope. They indoctrinated. And we casually sitting back. I remember everybody in my neighborhood was involved with us. If my mama said be at home by the streetlights and we thought that we was going to get home a little bit late, everybody on the block. Now, you know you better get your tail to that house. I'm calling your mama on the phone as we speak. I get home and walk behind the door to a whole switch. Get my butt tore up. Period. And turned out perfectly okay. It's going to be some law and order up in this house. If I say come in here by this time, then you better. If I was caught doing anything that my mother would not allow me to do, everybody in the neighborhood knew it and told it and had permission to whoop us. Even in the schoolhouses, we got paddled. You get out of line being disrespectful. You going to the principals and you are getting paddled. But you did not see our generation like this generation that we see. Never. And that's why I always come through here and sound the alarm. Period. It's my due. It's my legal right to do so. I'm one of the ones from the old school. I love your kids just like you love your kids, and I ain't gotta know them. Let them get disrespectful around here. I'm gonna whoop them and wait on your mama or your daddy to come so I can whoop them for raising disrespectful children or having a problem about me whooping them. Somebody cares enough to discipline, to check them, to grab them up. This ain't the way that you're gonna go. We can't even do that anymore. You got the mama and the cousins and the grandma and everybody else coming down the road to jump on you for correcting the youth. And wickedness is constantly being bred and embedded into our children. From the music, that's really a thing, that music. That is really a gateway. All that mumble rap. I told my children, I raised my children. I raised them with morals. I raised them to be respectful. I made sure, look, no, I'm checking your friends at the door. No, you ain't spending the night. You got your own bed. I don't know what their parents is doing. You can work and work for what you need and work for what you want. And ain't nobody got their foot. My children were very young. Never been raised up in no gangs. Never been raised up in no hood. I did all of that before they was born. But they were never raised in that type of environment. I don't care what I had to do to ensure that my children were not raised in an environment that I was raised in and kept me bound. And as soon as they got of age to start sneaking and listening to headphones and listening to this demonic mumble rap that pay homages to demons in its lyrics and bad bees and all of this stuff. I remember one day, because they could not listen to it in my home. That is not what you finna do. You ain't finna invite anything up in here. So they snuck around with it with headsets on. And one day we ride in the car and I just heard a little bit coming out of the headphones because it's loud. And I told my son, I said, what is that you're listening to? He's like, oh, mama, it's just this young dude that be rapping. I'm like, you can relate to him because of how? You don't even know nothing about no rap. I didn't play it in my house. I'm not a B, so I don't listen to B-word music. I'm a whole queen over here. You see, the music that I grew up listening to, they serenaded their women. Made sure they understood that I need you and I want you in my life and all of that stuff. I don't listen to trash music. So how can you relate to that? He was like, I don't know, Mama, I'm just going to relate. I'm like, you know what? That's a gateway. That's a door that you opening up. And once it gets into your ear gate, because you manifest what you hear as well as you manifest what you see. You got to see it before you even see it. I'll give you a perfect example. For those that were adamant about graduating high school, no matter the circumstance or the situation, you were adamant about graduating high school and you did whatever you had to do to graduate. Even if you were failing, if that means staying over later, submitting more paperwork, you were determined. You saw yourself walking the stage before you actually walked the stage. For those who done been divorced, you saw yourself divorced before you actually divorced. For those of you saw yourself being married, you saw yourself being married before you actually were married. You got to see it before you see it. And these are gates. So I talked to him and told him straight up like that. 2 days later, the boy dropped dead. Because he had a door open to the enemy. When we got doors open to the enemy, then the enemy has legal right to steal, kill, and destroy. That's why when he passed, I couldn't be mad. I knew exactly what happened. First of all, pharmakia was a door. And I hate to have to cut back on that, but these platforms They do too much, okay? But pharmakia was a doorway. When they forced me to give him medication for that was the doorway. That is what killed him. When the enemy comes in, he don't come to play. He like, oh, I can't get to the mama. She rock solid. Let me get to the weakest link. Let me get to the one with the doors open. And I told my son, even the one that just passed away April the 9th, had doors open to the enemy. And I told him as well, I am no respecter of person. I'm your mama and I love you. At the end of the day, you are my children. But I will tell you the truth. And I don't care if it hurts you or not. I'm going to tell you the truth. Because if I don't, I'm going to be accountable for that. And your blood ain't worth it. Just know that your blood ain't worth me missing eternity with my father. Not now. I don't care who you is. It really does not matter. I don't care who you is. And see, the Most High know that about me. I will cut off my right hand if I have to cut off my right hand. I will gouge out my own eyeball if I needed to gouge out my own eyeball. Nothing in this world has my love, my devotion, my attention, more so that I will forsake what he has put me in this earth to do. For my kids, for my husband, for my job, for my fame, for my platform. The devil is a lie. I done been through too much. See, I know him in real life. I had an encounter with the enemy. I'm going to just be 1,000% with y'all because a lot of people don't talk about this, but I am one and can care less about what you think. My experience is my experience, and that's what I'm going to share with y'all. When I first became a new creation, I was like, you know what? One of my homegirls called me up. She, going through a whole bunch of warfare in her family and her marriage and all of this stuff. And then, everything else is going on in my family. And then things are going on inside of the church. It was just a whole bunch of warfare. I really wasn't used to that. I didn't even know what warfare was. They don't teach about it. You got people just blindly signing up and they don't know nothing about warfare. And they over here getting did in by the devil. Period. So I'm going through all of this and I'm laying on my bed one night. I'm just feeling super sleepy. And I'm listening to my homegirl. She going through. I said, you know what? I am so sick of the devil. I am so sick of the devil. If I can just see him one time and get in the ring with him one time, I would tear his butt up. And then all of a sudden I got real sleepy. Right after I said that. I got extremely sleepy. So much so that I couldn't even keep my eyes open. And as soon as I closed my eyes, it felt like I touched every wall in my house and never left my bed. It was a force so powerful. And I'm not glorifying him because I hate him. We enemies, okay? Make no mistakes. It felt like I touched every wall in my house. It was just like something was just spinning me like fast and slamming me. And I could not. I couldn't stop it. I wasn't strong enough for it. All I could do was call on Christ. Help. And the third time I called his name, whatever that was, let me go. And I sat up in my bed. And the Ruach HaKodesh, the Spirit of the living God, said, don't ever antagonize. Don't ever call for the devil. Don't ever sin for him. Don't ever engage in a warfare that you don't know about and you wasn't assigned to. See, I didn't get trained in the buildings. I got trained in real life experiences. Real ones. When I try to take this to religious people, they thought I was crazy. Like, no, I'm under attack over here. Something grabbed me and snapped me up. And that's when the Lord told me, the devil ain't playing with y'all. He ain't playing with nobody. Don't ever play with him. You are no match for the enemy outside of me. And that was my second encounter with him. July 29, 2002 was my very first one, when he tried to come and kill me. Matter of fact, he didn't try to come and kill me. He actually killed me. The Lord resurrected my dead body 3 days later with the same son that is now deceased, because I was playing with the enemy. I was playing with him. Out there hustling, peddling, working for him, had a murderous mind, willing to do all his demonic bidding, all of that. I was lost in the sauce, and I was out there playing with him. And my time, for the wages of sin is death, period. My time was up. And he came and visited me on July 29, 2002 to collect what rightfully belonged to him. And that was my soul. So I don't play with the enemy. When I see the enemy moving, I could never play with him. I know that it's not a game. I know that his whole mission is to steal, kill, and destroy. And I see the enemy at work. I had to say all that to say all of this. I see the enemy at work, family. What do you mean by that, Tawana? All of this stuff that happened in 2020, that's the working of the enemy. See, we think we wrestle against human beings. We don't. These are spiritual wickedness in high places. The elite, those are a different type of, they not. They worship who they serve. And they're fulfilling the agenda of the enemy. And that's why I see the enemy coming for us. The enemy knows who we are. 400 years was up August 26, 2019. And ever since then, the enemy has run completely rampant. He hell bent on annihilating mankind, but a particular people. How many need y'all to read between the blurred lines? Who's always on the end of the stick? I love everybody, but I fight for mine. I just got to say that. And I don't even feel like I really should have to say that. But just in case anybody have any room for doubt, I love everybody. I'm commanded to do that. But I have seen people that look like me for a very long time suffer. They always on the short end of the stick when anything comes. Malaria is a thing now. So now 9 million people have to be, and a lot of the things that is troubling me right now more so is that all these systems are being implemented, and this system is a part of the B system. How many of y'all know what the B system is? Let me just see who all knows what the B system is. If you don't know your identity, you can never walk in it. If you don't know the agenda, you can never, ever escape it or conquer it or overcome it. How many of y'all know that what the B system is? I want to see. Y'all talk back to me. Y'all already know. I'm interactive over here. If I'm giving y'all my time, give me some of yours, okay? We're not sitting over here like no robots talking to no blank computer screens. It's 30-some people over here, okay? Y'all talk black to me. It's almost 10 over here. What's up? Do y'all know what the beast system is? Yay or nay? If you don't know, how can you get out of it or escape it or not be a part of it or make a conscious decision whether you want to be a part of it or not? Do you know what the beast system is? The beast system is a system implemented by the beast, godless, immortal, has no emotions, can care less about human beings, mankind. It wants to be worshiped. If you fail to worship it, then you will be penalized. You will be punished. You will be tortured. You will be tormented. That is what the beast system is. It is a system that has been instituted to enslave humanity. It's a wicked system. Everything that Satan does is to imitate what God does and who God is. So God has a system and the world has a system. And the world system is transforming into the beast system. That's why in the world system, you cannot buy, sell, or trade without the world system's currency, without doing exactly what the world system wants you to do, by obeying the world system laws. You got to pay us taxes or go to prison. You got to report your income. You got to work this amount of hours. It's a system. And it comes to enslave you. And then God got a system. Let me tell y'all right now, if y'all don't know, all of this digital carbon copy, we're going to control where you spend and how you spend, is a part of the beast system. Because Satan is not all seeing and all knowing. That's why he got to have these cameras everywhere at all times, because he's not omnipresent. He cannot know everything that's happening at all times. Now he got to implement a beast system that will make him feel like he has power over the people, to track and control and trace their movements, their behaviors, their addict, all this AI stuff. It's a part of a system to ensnare you. If you don't bow, you don't eat. If you don't comply, you can't buy. Understand? Now, how many of y'all gonna be a part of that system? Because you don't have to be. You have a free will. The Most High God said, come out from amongst them and be separate. Don't be like them. And touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you. For that system and that kingdom, sins have piled up to reach the heavens. If you don't come out, you will share in their sins and receive of their plagues. That means just for you being connected to them, you didn't even have to do anything. But because you're connected, you're a part of their system. Whatever happens to them happens to you. If I take my plug and then plug it out of the wall, I lose power. If my battery is not charged, then I lose power. But once I take that plug and plug it back into the wall, the source of the power, then I have power again. Whatever we are connected to, whatever we are in agreement with, whatever we are a part of, we become. And wonder why so many of us struggling. Have you ever thought that the Most High God has a system? He tells us in his word what his system is. As long as the earth remains, there will always be seed, time, and harvest. It will always be investment, and there will always be harvest. There will always be you planting an apple seed now, you waiting some time for it to grow under the ground, and then you harvest the apple tree when it's done. Hello, somebody. The kingdom of God is likened unto a farmer. We know exactly what the system of the Most High God is. And none of us, shall I say, not many of us, are living off that system. You can go ahead and crash the cash if you want to, baby. I got dirt. As long as I got dirt, I'll always have something to eat, and I'll always have somewhere to live. And I got water on my dirt, and I'll always have something to drink. I'll always have the basic necessities. And not only that, I'll have more than enough to share with somebody else should they get hungry or thirsty, or should they need a place to stay. That's real assets. Before you had cash, we had dirt. Before you had cash, paper, money, fiat currency, we had gold and we had silver. See, that's our kingdom. That's why God blessed his people with an abundance of it. And Abraham was fully loaded. Woo! Do anybody know what fully loaded means? Because that is the exact definition. He was rich beyond rich. Job was fully loaded. David was fully loaded. Isaac was fully loaded. All of the patriarchs. And what were they fully loaded of? Gold, silver, cattle, oxen, stuff we don't own. He would tell them, look, if your grain or your harvest is too big, go sell it and get the money. And then go and celebrate your achievements and be merry. Money was not the currency of God's system. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Just let me know in the chat. Yes, yes. Interact. Let me know. And if y'all over here on TikTok can just get the likes popping, it just allows me to go to the For You page. It allows me to beat the algorithm. It allows other people to see that this might be a message I want to tap into, or they can tap on out. Either way it goes. It's free. It ain't going to cost nobody nothing. To just put hearts over here on TikTok. You see? We've been given a system, but we've been living outside of that system for so long. We've got accustomed to living in a different type of system, and this system comes with punishments. Anybody know what the 2030 agenda is? Anybody up to date with that? That's a part of the system. We will become a cashless society. That's what they just met in China about. They're implementing laws and passing laws called bank friction. I want y'all to go look this up. They said in the next several weeks to a month, you will not be able to go withdraw your cash. Listen. That's how I be getting myself in trouble. Because I got to tell it. No lies detected. Y'all know I come with receipts. Last time I gave this type of information out, they did me in for 30 days. Just for warning the people. I've been telling my people for a cool minute, please don't get caught with your pants down. I sit back and yeah, we will be wearing uniforms. But no, the reason why they say we will be wearing uniforms is because we will be tracked. It says we will have sensors, wearable sensors. I'm not putting that on me, in me. Listen, never. Never. I will never bow my knee to Baal. I will never. They hear it. All these platforms know it. It ain't no surprise I didn't say it, and we'll say it again to the very last breath. Never. It ain't going down like that. I'm willing to lay it on down for that. You ain't finna do nothing to me. You ain't no. You are not. Absolutely not. I absolutely refuse. Hey, Texas, D Jones 491. I see you, beloved. That's why we gotta take a stand. And taking a stand is not in vain. Just like they've been applying pressure, we can apply pressure back. It said the kingdom of God suffered violence, and the violent take it by force. Now we get tired of the attacks. And when we get tired, we stand up. And we don't got to work with our hands and feet. We can work with our words. Somebody will catch that in a minute. Our words are so powerful, so much so that nobody else has a voice. Why was human beings given a voice? Why didn't he give a voice to the animals, to the birds, to the mammals? Why was a voice given to humans? Because the one who created us in his image and his likeness. I came across your video helping the elderly lady. I know exactly how she feels. I'm going to be definitely praying for you before I leave this live on tonight, okay? That the same way that the Most High provided for Miss Pamela will be the same way that he will provide for you. Trust me, he will. Trust me, he will. I didn't even know her before she even got here. That's what I love about my father. I'm telling y'all. Not in fake life, in for real life. I didn't been there. I didn't seen him do some things. I didn't see him come through so many times. I didn't see him bail me, get me out of situation. Look, there is nobody like my father. There is nobody. That's why you can't pay me not to serve him. Before this lady even got here, I knew that she was coming. He said, the lady that's coming to your house is going to be an elderly lady. I want you to stop what you're doing, and I want you to go to the ATM and take this exact amount off for her. And I said, okay. So when she came, I had already put it like in a box, a tissue box. I had already had it ready for her. She didn't have the slightest idea. She put all those groceries up in there. And then I said, hey, look, we got something for you. And the lady ended up telling me I almost fell out. She was like, what you didn't know was I was on the verge of taking my own self out. Because financially, I'm going through something. And I could have hit the floor because all I could think about was, what if I would have been like, no, that's my money. Give her $500. What? No, I got to pay a bill with that. You know, and I'm going to tell you right now, when I tell you the systems are angry with me because they see what comes in my account and what also goes in my account, that I actually give people the opportunity to grow their money with my money. That I'm always saying, hey, here's your payout for this investment. You invested into our transportation. Hey, here's your payout for this. They know exactly what's going, so much so that they're asking people that sending me their payments, who is she? Do you trust her? Do you know her? See, the enemy knows who I am and what my purpose and my mission is. Nevertheless, he can't touch me. That's why he try to touch things around me, because he can't touch me. I'm too defended to be defeated. And nothing that he can do will stop me. Period. But I thought to myself that day, what if I would not have? I mean, because it's so easy to be disobedient. It's hard to be obedient. It's hard to think about what about me, mine, and that lady told me that, I mean, this lady is elderly, that she didn't want to be here no more, bro. That did something to me. For real. I watched that lady drive off from my house. First of all, should nobody grandmama be out here door dashing? Ain't nobody grandmama out here door dashing just because they bored at home. It takes for us to be sensitive, to be discerning, to look out for one another, to make sure we take care of one another, to make sure that we are not so busy and so entertained and so caught up that we can't hear clearly on behalf of somebody that looks like us, a human being. So I'm going to pray. And happy birthday to you, beautiful. And just like he provided for Miss Pamela, I pray that he puts you on the heart of somebody that's going to be obedient and bless you as well. That's what I do pray. If we come together, more of us come together, we can have every need. And that's how it was supposed to be. That if you have enough for yourself for the day, then you need to have enough. Share with the resources, the reserve, the overflow. You got enough for you today. Your needs is met today. Help meet somebody else's need. I couldn't believe it. This woman, 70 years of age. Did anybody see that video? Outside of over here on TikTok? I do got her contact information. I do. I absolutely did get her contact information. She was not leaving my house without doing so. It was absolutely sad. I said, hey, y'all, let's retire Sister Pamela. Y'all already know $500 don't go far, not in this day and time. This woman just told me that she wanted to off herself. She shouldn't be out here working. She was barely making it. She wasn't picking up her feet like that. It was more like a scoot. And I'm like, bruh. I think I was dumbfounded for about 2 days because we walk by people every single day and they be just a smiling. If you look at her, she was smiling while she said it. I'm like, people hide behind masks and they be bleeding. I never ever heard an elderly woman say that they didn't want to be here. I'm thinking, because we do that. We assume life is good and maybe they just tired of being at home, retired, and they just out here. We never, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would have never, I'm going to talk for me. I would have never expected to hear a senior say that. So I absolutely. What's wrong, Papa? Yeah. I'll be off in a moment. You're all right, baby. I love you too. Okay. But I wanted to talk tonight just to say, before I jump off of here, the only way that we're going to make it is together. That's the only way we're going to make it. And we got to stand up. And we got to say no to unrighteousness. And we got to say no. And the Joan, those without are the first to go without. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to tell y'all right now. Can I tell y'all? As much money as y'all see me bring in, especially when I show y'all receipts, because I showed y'all some last night, I still have yet to take a paycheck. I take that and I take it and do exactly what the Most High has told me to do with it. He said, buy land for my people. My system. My kingdom economic system is land and it's gold and it's silver. And I want you to buy so much of it and make it affordable for my people to come and buy them some land from you and don't have to go over here and pay $119,000 for an acre and $79,000 for an acre, but that you guys can all come together as a community, as a collective, and put your talents and resources together and take care of each other as I instructed you to do so. That is what I want you to do. So when I gave the lady $500, all I had was $700 and bills due. These systems, oh, you made that type of money, we need to have some information on you. We're going to go ahead and put $60,000 that you just made into our reserve. I'm like, what? What give y'all the right to do that? And oh, you are only allowed to send this much money out over here on Cash App. This is your monthly or weekly limit. What? And then you got PayPal. Yeah, we are only able to let you withdraw $300 a month. If you want to increase, go ahead and reach out to us and ask us for an increase. I did that only for them to say no. You have to wait 7 days. And 10% of what you bring in is going to be held in a reserve. What reserve? You a payment processing platform. What are you talking about? So because the powers that be know exactly what I'm doing, I don't have to talk a whole bunch with my mouth. My movement make movements. And the systems of this world, most people don't know that the enemy, the devil, has power to bless people in exchange for your soul. So here I am over here as a kingdom ambassador, doing the work of the kingdom, of my king, of my kingdom. Now it's like, oh, okay, you coming up against systems that I have kept people ensnared and in bondage and impoverished for hundreds and hundreds of years. And you think you're going to come over here and disrupt my system and I'm not going to attack you? And I'm not going to shut down my systems to you? Oh, baby, it's been real in the field. You don't understand what a real bona fide called leader got to go through. All I had was $700. And no access to access any systems. The bank owed me so much money, it ain't even funny, and they still won't release it into my account. Why? Because I'm making money that you ain't never seen. Everything about me is legit, 1,000%. So why are you questioning me? Do you question Grant Cardone, him, that bringing in millions of dollars in a month, that's having, $100,000 days? Like, are you, what's up? Let me know. But the Most High had to let me know. This is preparation for the purpose. And it's birthing a passion inside you. Why? Because you know what the next thing that I'm working on? Creating my own payment processing systems. Because you will never, ever control me. You will never, ever control me. Sometimes we have to go through depths of pain in order for depths of purpose to be birthed in us. And I'm not one that's just going to casually sit by and be like, you know, they just over here taking our money now. And what we going to do, y'all? No. As soon as you touch me, I'm already thinking about, like a game of chess, how to overcome you. And if I see that you got too much power, then I'm thinking about how I can relinquish the power from you, how I can take it back. And then I know that ain't nothing too hard, because if you created an app, then I just need to find the right people that we can come together and create an app. And then we just got our own payment processing system that is not dictated or controlled by anyone. I refuse to be a slave to fear, a slave to oppression, a slave to bond. I refuse. So I have hearkened and I have listened to what the Most High have said, even if it hurt me. I have not taken a paycheck. I see community leaders. I mean, I ain't gonna name them because it is my business because I seen it, but it's not my business to tell it. Okay. Hey, Miss Red from Maryland, I see you, boo. I see community leaders get the bag and then wear the bag. I'm like, are you stupid? Why you didn't go buy no? Why you didn't? What are you doing for the people that's supporting you? You all wise and full of doo-doo. You're full of cow dung. You're full of manure. You out here popping bottles and got 50 wives and all of this stuff now. Do you know that there's somebody who went to bed tonight without eating? There's somebody that's going to sleep on the ground tonight. And you out here popping bottles and you call yourself woke? And you call yourself fighting for the... Man, I can't take you serious. If you're not doing it, who's going to do it? Somebody help me. Who's going to do it? What church is doing it? Name one ministry. Name one mosque. Name one Muslim. Name one Christian. Name one. Who's doing it? Who's looking out for the people? Who? Everybody pockets getting fat. You got people impoverished. They are dying by the boatloads. Who is going to protect the people? What's his name? Jesse? What? I don't even know his freaking name. I can care less about him. Jesse and the other one that got the bald head. Y'all know who I'm talking about? What is his name? What's his name? Al Gore or somebody like that? The black man. Supposed to be the community leaders. Where's the NAACP? The Urban League. Sharpton, that's his name. Thank you. What are they doing? Then I come and I'm going to find out some information today, Lord. I said, this is why they ain't doing that, because they all bid it. Even those, and some of y'all might get mad, but you ain't going to touch me. Do you understand me? I'm confident in that. Y'all gonna get mad, but you ain't gonna touch Dr. T. He gave me a gift called these hands. So I ain't worried about it. That's why I'm bold and courageous enough to say what I need to say without fear and intimidation. Now, where these sororities and these fraternities? These black boulets and all of this stuff? Where the resources at for the people? All these celebrities. Where the resources at? Where they at? Who's building something for the people? Y'all getting rich off the people. Nevertheless, you ain't building nothing for the people. Where the hell is all that money with Black Lives Matter? Ain't no black life was impacted by them dollars at all. You went over there and you got all these... Listen. You took the black money out of the black community to go push a whole nother type of agenda. Where is the resources for the people? You got these cats, the elite. You got these cats, the sellouts. You got these cats, the religions. You got these cats, the community bleeders. That's exactly where it's at. And you got regular smuggler women and men. I never forget. During the pandemic, how many of the churches shut down their doors and people was coming to me like I was somebody pastor. I'm not no shepherd. Dr. T, I ain't got food. You done paid all them tithes. Where the tithes at? The tithes is for the people. Oh, we done shut down our buildings, but you can still attend online. What? These people out here ain't even got a place to live. They scared to go get food. And trust me, I'm not just coming for the church. Okay? The church is actually the called out ones, the ecclesia. The building is where they gather. I'm talking about the mosque. I'm talking about all. I don't care. I really don't care. They all can get this work. Because one thing that they cannot tell me is where's the receipts. Rick Ralston got Richie Rich off of minorities. Share some of that 200 and some acres, bruh, with your people. We bought your house and your necklace. Well, I didn't because I don't listen to that. We, hypothetically speaking, because I ain't above nobody. Everybody else have had their hands in your pocket, and then when you get somebody like myself or somebody that's really, really, I love that name, revolutionary ministry. That's what I'm talking about because I'm a revolutionist. I accept my call. That at first I was like, oh no, I'm really no revolution. But baby, change don't come unless it's a revolution. I'm the woman for the job. I'm like a Harriet Tubman on steroids in real life. Things got to change. And the reason why they not is because we lying by idly, doing nothing. Everybody else got their hands in our pocketbooks and our bank accounts, except you. What do you got for you? What do you have for you? Uncle Sam got his hands in your pocket. Inflation got their hands in your pocket. Big business got their hands in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? Entertainment, Hollywood got their hands in. Netflix, everybody got their hands in your pocket. Internet got their hands in your pocket. What do you have? Because all of this stuff that we have entrusted into, huh? What do you have available for you? God told us to get 10 acres and raise food and grow gardens and put up dry goods. Hello, somebody. Now, I know that's confirmation because that's what he's telling his children to do. Create the kingdom currency. Get back to that. That's why when Christ came and they said, should we pay taxes or not? He said, who faces that? Who face is that on that? Well, it's Caesar's. Okay, well, give Caesar what is Caesar's and give God what is God's. God does not need Caesar's anything over here. God got a whole entire system. God will not allow what, Sister Crystal? Now, what he ain't going to allow is for us to be conquered. But is he going to allow judgment? Absolutely. There ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We got to we got to come up higher, thinking that, Father, may we know you. Because the same God of love is the same man of war. He is not going to allow them that. They have a purpose in evil. Evil has a purpose. And they have their purpose in evil. God is a God over evil and good. He reigns on the just and the unjust. Evil has a purpose. And everything evil will be hewn down and gathered together and thrown and tossed into the fire. A lot of the stuff that the elite is going to get away with. It's written in his word. It's written in his word that unless the days be shortened, no flesh will live. It said men and women will begin to eat each other. The love of many will wax gross. People will betray unto death. Yes, it's going to happen. The deception is going to happen. It said that. How will we know the signs of your coming? First sign, he said, let no man deceive you. Deception will be at an all-time high that even the very elect would be deceived, if possible. It said you will be hated by all men. You will be in prison. You will be beat to death. Is we reading the same word? We're ready for that type of persecution because it's coming. That's why I've been saying for 2 years, you got to settle this thing in your heart. I'm going to be in it. I'm going to be out of it. I absolutely know about Texas and Florida. But we need to know the word, because the word say these things are going to happen. Now, the reason why the Most High, and the reason why I didn't tell everybody and their mama to get to Texas, if you have an ear to hear, and that's what the Father is saying to you, is because the Father told me Texas keeps my morals. If you go look at what morals is, you'll understand. Ain't no bloodshed with abortion. Ain't no morals. So he said, because they keep my morals, I will bless those who go there. This is a Goshen for his people. And I didn't know anything about Texas or anything about none of that until I got here and saw, yeah, you really said what you said. Because there's a Goshen, Texas, 45 minutes from where I live at right now as we speak. Everything that I came and brought to the Most High here in this land, he has rapidly grown. I wouldn't have been owning no land in no California at all. So that's the reason why he's prospering Texas. Nevertheless, they can go put bills and wheels and deals and all that together. Not one word, not one jot, not one tittle will pass away from that great book until all is accomplished. And that's what he said over Greg Abbott. Over Greg Abbott. It is written. So instead of us trying not to prepare for what's to come, the Most High say, prepare. Pray that you may escape all that is coming upon the face of the earth. Pray that you may escape. He even tells us when these things happen, pray that it don't happen on the Sabbath. That's number one. Pray that it don't happen when you're giving suck, if you are a nursing mother, and pray that it don't go down in the winter. Pray that it don't happen in the Sabbath because you ain't supposed to be moving on the day of rest. Pray that it don't happen in the winter because you'll freeze to death. And pray that you ain't with child and you ain't with suck. Because one of the two ain't going to make it. But he said, pray that thou mayest escape. I need us to do our homework. Because you know what escape means? The same thing it meant for the Israelites way back in Egypt. He said, look, get to Goshen. And if you don't get there, everything that you have and everything that you got will come to ruin. It will be impoverished because there will be 5 years of famine, and everything that you got and that you do not bring into Goshen, the land that is cultivated for you by me, I will feed you from this place. I will grow everything that you need from this place. So if you don't get here and if you don't do what I told you to do, then you and everything that's attached to you will become impoverished. Period. Period. We don't get to pick and choose where the Most High is going to protect us. We don't get to pick and choose where the Most High is going to bless us. We don't get to pick and choose that. When he called the nation to come together so that I could provide for you, protect you, preserve you, sustain you, he called them to all come collectively. I'm not going to make it then because I'm never moving to Texas. Listen, trust. If it's contingent upon me preserving my generation, but I'll move to Hong Kong. I really will. Wherever you send me, I'll go. See, because my life ain't my own. Had I not came to Texas, my family, all the people in my family that's attached to me, all the people that have ears to hear and won't listen, eyes to see and won't see. Somebody got to say yeah, unless we all perish. If he said move to Mississippi, I'm out. If he told me to move to Japan, I'm out. And that's the difference between me and a lot of people. Some people fair. Some people say, well, I ain't got money. You know, you got to have all my money and stuff together. I am not in control of my life. If you say go, then you're going to provide. And that's all I got to know. If you say go, then you're going to provide. And you are not going to fail me. That is the greatest time. This has been the greatest time that I have ever seen the Most High hands like majorly move in my life. Yo, my testimony is this. I've been in Texas and not a place I feel comfortable as a human being. Yeah, I did it. Trust me. I'm not trying to convince you, beloved, to move to Texas. Like I always say, I only say what the Most High tells me to say. Ain't nobody here in Texas gonna do nothing to me. And you neither. If you think that, I walk around this piece just as freely as everybody else. And what I absolutely love about Texas is I'm licensed to lay somebody baby down. I'm not no killer, but I am a defender. And I am licensed to carry and to put you to sleep eternally. So I don't walk around in fear. I don't walk around in anything. I go wherever I want to. I'm an ambassador. I walk and go wherever I want to. That's a mindset. Mm-hmm. That's a mindset. I go wherever I want to. I can have whatever I want to have. I can do whatever I want to do. As long as it's in the boundaries, respectfully, in righteousness. The earth is my Father's and everything thereof and therein. Anybody else that is in this earth belongs to my Father. How is Pamela doing? Pamela is doing. She's still working. I am still praying and asking that the Father will touch the people's hearts to retire Miss Pamela. I'm more concerned about that. I'm more so even concerned that this elderly lady told me that she was contemplating something like that. Whatever I can do in my power. If I could use my platform to bring awareness, whatever, look, by all means necessary, I will do that. And not just for Miss Pamela, for anybody. But she's still standing. We know $500 ain't going to go far. Not in this day and time. I did whatever the Most High told me to do and gave her for that time. But I'm believing the Most High to provide for her, as I told her, and to send rams in the bush and to keep her encouraged and decree and declare that she will not die. That all of her needs will be met according to his riches and glory. That's what I'm praying for her and checking in on her. Also, please check the inbox where I sent you some lawyers to help you get justice for your sons. I sure will. We have an opportunity to go. Thank you, sister. We have an opportunity to go to Valencia for tennis, so I'm asking God to show me where we are to be. I touch and agree with you. Wherever he's at, that's where I want to be. Wherever he's at, that's where his provision will be as well. If I had to sleep on a mountaintop and he there, so be it. I'm finna sleep on that bad boy. And I don't like nothing about the wild. I'm from the West Coast. Bugs and all of that, I don't do bugs. Lizards and all of that. I don't do that type of stuff. That's the type of stuff I went to the zoo to see. In California, we don't have geckos and all of that stuff running the streets and all these big bugs. And we don't have all of that. Snakes and all of that stuff. But I had to get comfortable being uncomfortable. If it will preserve my generation, if it will preserve my children, because you know what? I ain't going to no camp. I ain't going to no imprisonment. I ain't going to none of that. I am not bowing my knee to no Baal. I'm not. I am yours and you are mine. And wherever you go, I will chase you. I will follow you there. Just don't leave me behind. It don't matter. Whatever I got to do, I'm willing to do it. And many are called, but few are chosen. To whom much is given, much is required. That's the way I look at it. My family thought I was crazy, but now they don't. I got some dirt for y'all. Y'all need to flee California where it's getting too bad, baby. See, he sent me ahead of y'all to prepare the way. The very person that you threw dirt on. The very person that you said for all of my life I wasn't going to ever be anything. The very person that you said she got all them kids, ain't nobody ever going to want to marry her, been married almost 16 years, okay? The very person that you talked about said she was always going to be in trouble. She ain't always. That's that very person that got land for all of y'all. I got so many acres, everybody can live comfortably. Period. And if y'all wasn't going to stand up, somebody had to. Chains got to break on my watch. Chains got to break on my watch. I don't know what y'all had going on, but I don't like what y'all had going on. I don't like what you raised me up in. I don't like that. I knew that from a child. No. This ain't my portion right here, baby. I'm royalty. That's why I couldn't go in, and this ain't no shade to anybody who does work. That's why I had to work for my own self. My husband and me used to laugh at me when I start new jobs, and then I'll be home by lunchtime. They be like, "Oh, you on a lunch?" I'm like, "Nah, you know I'm not on no lunch. You know I ain't on no lunch." They be laughing. And it used to make me feel bad, like, dang, because they'll tell you unstable. You be starting jobs and stopping them. Every time I went to work, I felt like a slave. Well, we want you to do a whole chart list of this. Well, what is you doing? You got all of this workload on me? Okay, no, this is not going to work for me. Here's your badge. I'm out. Well, why were you late? Yeah, I'm grown just like you. Excuse me? I was late because something happened in my family, but I still showed up. Matter of fact, here's your badge. I don't even care about the last paycheck. Well, you can't leave right now. We got to get a replacement. Well, you better find something. You better replace. I'm out of here. Never to return again. I'm not a slave. You can't talk down to me. I'm not your servant. I'm not your peasant. You got me messed up. So I was miserable. Probably got more jobs on my resume than I got anything. I done did it all. Bus driver, I done did it everything. Daycare provider, worked in a warehouse, slaying chicken. I done did it all. Listen, no, it don't work out for me. I'm comfortable being, I ain't finna go ask no grown man, can I take my kids to the dentist or the doctor? You got me all the way messed up. Can I take a vacation because I'm just tired? Well, if we don't get nobody to cover you, well, you know what? Listen here. You take your job and go somewhere else, okay? Period. Peace out. You quit? Yeah, I did. I'm gone. Get another guinea pig because it's not working out for me. And it wasn't until I actually got into my purpose that my prosperity came. What I was trying to go and work for just wasn't cutting it. When I actually sat down and I started teaching people my purpose, that's when the prosperity came. When he told me to walk away from Section 8, that's my testimony. Baby, I still got my EBT cards in my wallet. I can still go to the email right now where I told them people, I'm giving you back your Section 8. I can still go to the very date. It was just in 2020. Real talk. I walked away from that. Food stamps, you don't need food stamps? No, I don't need that either. In the very first year that I trusted the Most High God, I ain't never seen $100,000 out there peddling drugs. And I come from the street. Ain't no shame in my game. My life is an open book. May my testimony be his story. Period. I didn't make that type of money out there trapping. My very first year, my very first paycheck was $12,000 in 1 hour. I was like, oh, wait a minute. Once you wait, baby, you can't ever go back. Did you hear me? Once you're free, you can't ever return to bondage unless you're a dog. Everything about Egypt was broken off of my mind at that moment. Wait a minute. Did I just pay myself $12,000 an hour? Is this real? And the vault on the inside of me just started pouring out. I got paid $12,000 to tell my story. And then I thought about it. I was like, wow, the devil done did so much to me. All them rapes, all that molestation, all of that abuse, being in a foster home, being locked up over 50 times. 6 of my children is a product of rape, being shot at, being into gangs, selling drugs, you name it, baby. When the devil try to take me out, baby, I'm locked and I'm loaded. He gonna pay me back for all, because I got stories to tell. Do you understand me? I got stories to tell, and they not thick, and they not non-fic, they not fake. Whichever one is fiction or non-fiction, it ain't fake. These are real stories. And what the devil thought was going to intend to kill me actually worked for my good. And now I'm going to tell the world so I can help them. What woman do you know could still be sitting up here preaching to the people? And she got 2 dead sons in the ground. You better believe that that's not by might. And that's not by power. But that's by the Spirit of the Most High God, the Spirit of the living God. I don't even know how I get up some days. I know that ain't me. I can't take no credit, no glory, no none of that. Even that's going to work for my good, because that amount of pain propelled an amount of purpose and passion that I can't even contain. Baby, you touch my kids, now everybody kids getting free. Do you understand me? I'm like the mafia. You hit me, I hit you back. I'm not going in my bed, and I'm not finna get drunk on no booze, and I'm not finna go pop no pills, and I'm not finna go smoke no crack and pop no fentanyl. I'm not finna do none of that. Baby, I'm finna tell everybody this story. And trust me, it's in the making. Trust me, it is in the making as we speak. Period. I ain't going down like that. And there ain't no platform that can silence me, halt me, stop me, kick me off of yours, baby. I'm so determined. Do you understand me? I will go create and invent my own platform. You will never be able to silence me. You will never be able to make me shut down. You will never be able to stop me. Devil, you done lost your mind for real in real life. I'm the woman for the job. And I'm not antagonizing the enemy. I'm just standing in my rightful position of authority. I have been given all power and all authority over all the works of the devil, and nothing shall by any means harm me. I wish I would be a soldier out in the streets and then get over here in the kingdom and be a punk. I wish I would. You ain't gonna run up on me in the streets, and you sure ain't gonna run up on me in the spiritual. That's just facts. I'm not going to let no outsider on the streets come run up in my house, take my husband, take my kids, take my money, take my food, take everything, and I'm just going to sit back. God, why? I wish no. That's not going down. I stand to decree and I stand to declare. You ain't coming up in here touching nothing. Everything in here is off limits. And baby, I'm locked and loaded with this sword. I will cut your head off if you come up in here. Yes, I am reinforcing everything. I'm not leaving no crumbs on the table. You know how they say, who she ate? Yeah, I ate. I mean, I ate all the scroll. I believe all the scroll. I work all the scroll. Not some, not bits and pieces. I don't play with devils. I cast them out. I'm not praying for no devil. I wasn't instructed to do so. I cast them out. Poverty is a devil. It comes to steal and disinherit you. It comes to rip you off. Now, I don't play with no spirits like that. Why should I? Sickness and diseases. I don't play with them type of demons. I said, come out now. Right now, you got to go. You've been excavated. You have been evicted. No, you ain't dying on my watch. You coming. Listen, if it is your time to go, baby, it's going to be a miracle. Trust and believe that. If it is your time to go, you're going to get up. Just so you can see the miraculous power of God, and then you can lay back down and go to sleep if it's your time to go. But it ain't going down on my watch. And that's real. Ain't nobody playing them type of games. You're not coming for my people, and then I'm not going to arm my people and tell my people of what's to come. Tomorrow when I come on here live, if the Most High says the same, and I live to see that, I want to share with you guys some information. Not to push fear so that you can get prepared. They coming for your money. What we have been working our whole little life, just so we can try to get money. But you know what? We assets broke. When they take that money, what you got left in place to ensure that I don't become enslaved? Because that's the agenda. The agenda is to control and dictate. I will only be driven by the Spirit. You want to turn up the fiery furnace and put me in there, then baby, so be it. I'll burn singing praises. Do you understand me? Before I ever bow my knee down to you. I will never, ever. And can't anybody do that. You have to have a walk with the Most High to know that He is my shepherd and I shall not want. You have to have a relationship in order to be able to get to that point in your life. That you've been too good to me. Wish I would turn around. No, see, the reason why I ain't turning and the reason why I fear Him is because I don't know Him by what somebody preached to me. I don't know Him by running around the church and and slap my neighbor a high five. I don't know Him like that. I know Him in a real life. I got scars to prove how I know Him, how I met Him, how I encountered Him. I encountered Him when the devil was trying to take me out. I met life in death. And there's a whole bunch of people that tell their glorious testimonies, bless their heart, their outer body experiences. That yes, I seen the light. And I seen an image of a gown and a hand was reaching for me. And I'm not mocking them. Trust me. I got plenty of sense. If that's your story, boo, that's your story. But I didn't see none of that. I still can't read about Hades and hell because I was there. It's still traumatizing to me. It's still very emotional to me. Every time I think about it, bro, I could have been dead and in hell for the rest of forever. But God, I don't even know why you saw fit, but thank you. My reasonable service is to serve you because I was there. I took my last breath having my son. That demon sat on me, baby. And it was over like that. It didn't come with no warning. I didn't have no hours to get prepared. It just happened. And then I just remember taking my last breath and going into outer darkness. Go look it up. It's so thick. It like the best way that I can describe it, the darkness is so thick when you try to breathe in like that. Like it's like plug up your nose. It's so thick it plug up your ears. You can't hear nothing. It's pitch black. It is terrifying. If I turn off all the lights and all the street lights, the darkness on this earth don't even comprehend. For real. For real. And you can't pay me to play. You can't pay me to dibble and dabble. You can't pay me to play. I know I'm in real life. In real life. And if I could show y'all my scars, I would. I got too much respect for myself to be raising up my shirt. And y'all see this long scar? Trust me, it's there. Okay? From my navel all the way down, they just went in and sliced me, bleeding everywhere, lost all the blood in my body. They pumping blood and I'm studying, gushing it out. But that Dr. Charles Curry was an intercessor and a believer. And he said, I don't know what you did before you came here, but look, I'm not leaving this hospital until you give yourself completely over and surrender to God. And I have not stopped running ever since that day. And I will not stop. And the enemy is coming after God's people. Because he knows time is short. Look how many people you know that had died this month. We're not even counting from the beginning of the year. Death is like a new normal now. When it used to be like, I remember for years, like, man, you as a keeper, you ain't let nobody in my family expire. Like, my elders is actually living elderly. We got people in our bloodline lived 109, 118. Like, yo, that's wow. Thank you. If they don't want to say it, I want to say it. Thank you. Because it's real. Hi, Papa. You up by yourself? You can come in here with me.
Okay.
Just keep that phone down. This is my little best friend. My last living king in the earth. Get that black chair right there and sit on that side.
Okay.
I'll be done in just a moment. This brother right here ain't going to bed without his mama, so it is what it is. This is my business partner. I'm teaching him how to build and maintain the generational wealth that I built for him and that his father is building for him. But I want to say this, wickedness is at an all-time high. Brothers and sisters, if we don't do things the way that the Most High has instructed us to do, then we can't be mad when we suffer. We can't be mad when we suffer. Cash is trash. Nobody wants it. No foreign nation wants it. None of that. They telling you they don't want it. You need to get you something in place that's going to preserve you. As long as I got dirt, and that's why I peddle it the way that I do. That's why I push it. That's why I push a hard line about dirt. I can go out there and grow me something to eat. If you tell me I can't enter in your stores and eat from your food, listen, I don't care because I got my own in my backyard. If I got to eat lettuce and beets and tomatoes, it is what it is. Y'all know that I don't peddle and say, hey, look, get every shiny object. Nah, man, because that 9-to-5 money ain't going to help us right now. I've been telling everybody like for 2 years, take the cash that you have and convert it. I don't know who the Facebook user is. Okay, I'm in an apartment, laugh out loud. Tell me who that is. Yeah. That's why I go hard like that, Sister Crystal. I don't, what else do I got to lose? Nicole Copeland, what's up, sis? Yeah, you can grow in an apartment. They got microgreens, y'all. There's so many different things that we can do. I'm going to say this and then I'm going to leave because I got like 8 minutes to say this.
Tell them I said hi.
I will before I end. There's a wealth transference happening right now so that we, the people, can get what we need so that we can have the resources in place. If you don't have a way to make money, I got ways for you to make money. Period. We all can afford $97 for a workshop. I'm going to show you how to become your own bank using land, government contracts, how to make $1 million on this machine. Did I not just show y'all over $300,000 in the last 3 months? Bank statements with my name on them. Because seeing is believing for a lot of people. That ain't to floss and boast and show. That ain't to do any of that. That's to let you know that it could be done. Man, y'all missing the wealth transfer. Why are y'all missing it? The wealth of the wicked has been laid up for the righteous. Where you at? Why you still out here trying to be a part of the system that's 9 to 5 in it? Sent my 97 last night. We sent your email out this morning, love. You should have your email. Look for World's Markets. There's so many ways to make money out here. I just showed y'all one way last night. I showed y'all multiple ways. If you are just behind the scenes and you are an introvert, baby, there's money to be made. Look at the Shade Room. That's a theme page. They never show their face. But you got to pay at least $20,000 to get promoted on their platform, because that's how big and fast they have grown. Listen, it's too much out here for y'all to do. Check from World's Marcus. World's Marcus. You didn't get it? I'll double check and make sure you have it. Okay. You signed up for the transportation. You didn't sign up for the Be Your Own Bank. So I'm doing a Be Your Own Bank. Marcus is doing the transportation, which is Sunday. But inbox me on my personal page, sis, on Facebook, so that I can make sure that you get everything that you need. I'm 52 years old, work every day, and no real money, man. That's that scam. That's that scam right there. That's what hurts me. That y'all done traded y'all time for money and still ain't got enough of it. I get pissed off about that. That's enslavement, man. People can't live their life, the life that they was purposed to live, because y'all dictating and controlling how much money they make, how much time they can spend with their family. No, man, no. That's why I show up. There's so many different ways you can make money. You got a stove in your house, and you got some oil and some flour, and even if you don't, I'll cash app you $5 to go get you some eggs. Go get you some chocolate chips, some flour, and go get you some oil. Now you can start a cookie factory. What is the name of that lady who started her own cookies? What's the name of that lady? Everybody know who she is. Mrs. Something.
Mr. Cookie.
What's her name? Mrs. Something. Everybody got her cookies. Everybody done ate her cookies. Mrs. Fields, thank you. What's the difference between you and Mrs. Fields? She used her resources, a stove. And now her cookies is all over the world. Some of y'all got gifts and can cook and can sing it. Listen, I can show you how to turn that into $1 million just all day long. Okay? You're going to pay me for my time. That's what you best believe. I don't give anything free unless I'm giving you this right here. I can get this almost 2 hours back. This is free. I'll come here and say, hey, here's some free game. Go do something with it. People won't even do nothing with it. So I'm not too fond about giving free things, because people don't value free. See, what you pay for, you pay attention to. If I gave it to you free, you wouldn't even show up. You come in all late like, okay, what I missed? Okay, yeah, well, I didn't really invest any money in it, so it really ain't going to bother me if I lose anything or not. But when your money is back behind it, baby, you're going to show up. Yes, you are. Because what you pay for, you pay attention to. And you're going to pay me for my time. Now, my job is to hold you down and give you the information that brings about transformation, that you can actually go and implement it right now and make some money right now. But you're going to pay me for my time, okay? That's for sure. I am not coming down to sit with you in poverty. I'm coming to pull you up out of poverty. I'm coming to let you experience a realm that I have been able to access. And it ain't broke, and it ain't poor, and it ain't any of that. Okay? I genuinely care for y'all. There's no way in the world that I can suffer the type of suffering that I have suffered. One day I'm going to post how our day go. How we be walking around here just bleeding in tears. Me and my whole family. Nevertheless, I still show up, and I show up strong. Because I love y'all. Why do I love y'all? Because I love what he loves. The Father loves y'all. And I can't even describe it. Sometimes I'll be like, why? Why? I don't even understand it. Why? These people don't want nothing from you. They lazy. I mean, like, why? Why? I ask that a lot. And it's because he loves. He loves his people. I'm like, wow, Father, you are amazing. You really, and he wills that none of us perish. None of us. None of us have to perish unless we want to. And truthfully, he got the remedy. I wanted to say this before I go. Pray that you may be able to escape all that is coming upon the face of the earth. That word, escape, means to be prepared. If there is a famine that is coming and you got food, then you just escape the famine. If there is a storm that is coming and you got shelter and you just escape the storm, and you in your shelter, you just escape the storm. If there is a drought and the Most High gave you insight and told you to start saving water bottles and collecting water, you just escape the drought. Pray that you may escape all that is coming up on the face of the earth. I don't want no parts of it. Baby, let me be like Nosy Rosie peeking out the blinds. It's looking tight out there. Sitting back like that. You understand me? In peace and not in pieces. With the peace of God and the peace of still.
You don't cry like that, Mom.
Real talk. Ready to defend anything in here because I took the time to prepare and to build for my family. And ain't no devil in Hades finna come up in here and think they finna take what they didn't prepare for. I don't think so. No. That's not happening. And trust me, I'm not no killer. I will blow your whole pinky toe off. I will blow your finger off. You know what I'm saying? I will disarm you and disable you real quickly. And that's facts. And you know who told me I can do that? Christ did. He said, when I ascend, if you ain't got no sword, sell your cloak and get one. He didn't say just have no sword for no reason. Okay? He didn't say that. When he walked amongst the earth, we didn't need all of that protection. He was the protection. But now that he has ascended, he said, look, anybody who does not protect their family and provide for their family is worse than an infidel. You ain't coming up in here getting my children. Y'all hear that? Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, Joe Biden, them, all whoever else. Y'all not coming up in here getting these ones. See, children are a heritage from the Most High God. This is my heritage. Yeah, I have a right to defend my heritage. You ain't coming up in here. Well, you won't be able to go into our store. So what? I grew my own. While y'all was planning, I was too. I bought land. Well, they can't come to our schools. Who cares? I got my own school. Well, you won't be able to come into our bank. So what? I built that too. Well, you won't be able to get hospital services. And guess what? I built that too. Those 4 pillars, baby, I built it. While y'all was building, I was building. Sure was, right on my dirt. That the Most High told me to go confiscate. Take your trashy cash and turn it into hard assets. We need it. Y'all better go read y'all word. That's what the Most High did. Y'all go over here to this land, take that part of the territory, drive out all the Jebusites and the Jebusites and the Amalekites and the Girthashites, and drive them all out and confiscate the land and dwell here. Y'all following me? Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? See, the Most High, there ain't no change in him. There's no variation in him. He's the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. Where can you get the information about buying land? All the information? Oh, you over here on TikTok. Let me put my email in here, because when I be telling y'all to inbox me over here, you don't never really inbox me over here. Or maybe I don't know how to find the inbox. One of the two. Maybe that might be what it is. But let me see if I can put the comment up in here. I'm going to put the email in here, and I am going to put my phone number. You can reach me either way. What you need, Redeem?
Nothing. I'm just sitting right here.
Oh, wow. I didn't put it together. Hold on. Let me do that again. Y'all hold on over here for me. Because all the information over here is over here. On TikTok, it's not. All right. Let me see if I can pin this. Oops. I'm going to have to start letting some of y'all come on with me. Y'all want to come on with Dr. T? I'm going to have to start letting some of y'all come on. I can show you how to take your story and, baby, run that thing up. Do you know speaking is $1 million gig, like for real? Writing a book. Y'all want to know how Dr. T really did 100K like in the first year? Speaking. Stories. Helping people. Just being 1,000 authentically myself. And then the doors just start opening up. Everybody got a story. I was absolutely amazed when stages of people and rooms of people stood up and wanted to hear my little old story about me eating out of trash can. I was like, what? Could you get on our podcast? Yo, bro, the witches invited me to come to their podcast. The witches. I said, y'all must get delivered over yonder. Y'all better know I come in the volume of the book it is written of me. I just want to let you know. Y'all will all get delivered. But how many of you know some of them witches is hurting? That's why they seek out other powers and all this other stuff. There are people that are hurting all around. And my story don't discriminate. The rape, the abuse, the molestation, the juvenile hall system. My story don't. It does not discriminate. So many doors opened. And now they have all of these gadgets that can help you write your book in one day. If they would have had that for me, do you know how many books is about to be fleshed out with my name on it? That's what I like about land and investment. It's like a book. You write it one time, you get paid forever. Even when you expire, your family will still reap the royalties off of your sacrifice of writing one book one time. You don't have to write that book over and over and over again. You write it one time. And for the rest of your life and their life and their life and their life, that book will still be in rotation, still receiving royalties. That's the power of writing a book. And then writing a book lands you speaking deals. You can take your book and just begin to get on YouTube and start reading chapters out of your book and touching lives. Somebody told me earlier today, and I hope you're listening to me. The powers that be in Hollywood is doing too much, so I ain't going to write my book. So my question back to her was, what about all them souls that was assigned to your book that won't nobody else be able to reach? What if they never hear your story? Do you believe that you will stand before the Almighty God? Because everybody, whether you believe that or not. Ask me how I know. I just told y'all July 29, 2002 had an encounter with darkness and with life. In death, I met life. You're going to stand and you're going to give an account. And when the Most High asks you, Where's all them thousands of souls that was assigned to that story, that book that you were supposed to write? All them excuses was, I was working and, they wouldn't let me off and my boss went. All of that ain't going to work, baby. That's why I don't mind things that don't matter. I mind what matters. And that's what I meant by when I stepped into my purpose, then my prosperity can come. I'm not finna be around here hustling for $17 an hour. Is you crazy? I've written 2 books. Go Google me. Tawana Thacker is my maiden name before I was married. That's what my first book is written in. But I'm still here. It's on Amazon. And then the second book is called God, I Forgive You Too. That's on Amazon by Dr. Tawana Worlds.
Your books is on Amazon.
Matter of fact, my books is right here. I got both of them. Yeah, when you learn how to read this type of literature. I wrote this book one time. For the rest of my life, if I don't leave my children anything in the earth, this is what they got. So even in my absence, they'll still feel that I'm around. Don't shake that table, baby. They'll still feel my presence. Even if I cease to exist in this life, they won't miss me in that aspect. I won't leave them burdens. They will still feel me providing for them. They will still feel me making sure that their provisional needs are met so that they can grieve and heal peaceably and not in pieces. Both of these. Wrote it one time. One time. And now, my children will eat forever. That's the power of a book. And then I just sit here with all these systems, baby. I can just put this book up on a system right now and say, ever been mad at God? God never, are some of you guys upset because he didn't save that marriage? Because he didn't save your children? Because he didn't answer you the way that you thought he should answer you? You got offended with God? You've been taught to forgive everybody else, including yourself. But what about that offense that you got in your heart towards God? I can just open up this one chapter right here and get on YouTube and it'll go crazy. For real. I thought that Monty was something else, but soon found out that Ray was worse. He was something I had never dealt with for time's sake. I would just give you several examples of the things that I had to endure while I was with him. After the first incident where he put his hands on me every other day, it seemed as if we were fighting one another. And when I say fighting, that's only because I had to defend myself against his brutal assaults. I could not have friends that go any. I could not have friends. I could not go anywhere except to hustle and make money, so that he can take my money and spend it as he saw fit. He would have on a new fit. He would have on new shoes. I could not buy me anything new. And he didn't work. Neither did he want to work. So all the money that was coming in, I was bringing it into the house only for it to be taken. This man took me on the Maury Povich show in front of the whole entire world and told the whole entire world how he pimps me and how he beats me. During the 9 months that I was pregnant by him, he beat me in my stomach with a baseball bat, broke up everything in my house, made me run into an elementary school by grabbing the steering wheel while I was driving, took all my money, pulled guns on me and my children, as well as my mother. Him and his gang member friends followed me around my whole entire city and made my life a living hell. I could just share this. You remember that clip I showed on Maury? I'm going to show it again. I'm going to show it again. It was very embarrassing. But now look at me. Now look at me. I done been all over. Just go Google Dr. Tawana Worlds. I done been all over TV shows, news stations. I done been all over. That is just the first page of chapter 11 of this book. How many can relate to just that? How many can relate to being abused? Being with somebody who did you like dog doo-doo? How many of y'all can relate to just that? That was just. That was just chapter 11. Let me go back over here.
Mama, did you have to read all those pages?
And this book talked about all of the suffering I had to endure. And even though after I endured all of that and gave my life to the Most High God, I still was offended with him. So every time he didn't answer my prayers the way that I thought he should, I would go back to cursing him in my mind, like I did when I was 12 years of age, when he wouldn't get my mama off of crack. And when he kept on allowing people to come up and steal stuff out of our houses and beat my mama up for their money. If he was so real at that time, why he couldn't help save my mama? So I cursed him at the age of 12, and my life went to hell in a handbasket. And I was reintroduced to him when I died on July 29, 2002. And even though I had got saved, and even though I had gave my life back to him, I was still offended with him. I wanted to know why I had to go through infertility. Why you allowed me to have 6 babies by a rapist, and then when I got married to have children by my husband, I could not have children by my husband. I was mad about that as well. I was mad about my mama and my daddy and why I had to go through, and I was offended with God, and that kept the blessings and the protection and the grace and the beauty of knowing who God is in his fullness. I could not have a relationship outside of my limitations because I was mad at God. Anybody can relate. You God all by yourself. Why is you allowing me to be raped? Why didn't you protect me? Why you put me in this family to be abused? Why nobody didn't love me? Am I talking to anybody? Am I talking to anybody? Because I was mad. That's where this book came from. God, I forgive you too. I was taught to forgive me. I was taught to forgive my rapist. I was taught to forgive my mother. But here I am walking around proclaiming to love you and offended at you. Because whenever you didn't answer my prayers or come through the way that I figured you should come through, I will revert back to the day that I cursed you. And when I wrote this book, I got free. So if I just read one page of that, and that blessed a few people, just imagine me reading through the whole book. And not only me reading through the book, people going to want to have a copy of the book, right? So now I have a way to just get up here and read my book and sell my book. And you can get it signed by me. So now I'm making a difference and $1. Hello, somebody. And now somebody was like, wow, can you come on my interview and tell your story? Can you come on my podcast? Can you come to my elementary school? Can you come to the foster home? It opens up doors. Are y'all following me? If you got a story, what are you doing? And I never forget. But I was working for the post office and hurt my back on the job. And they didn't want to pay me my lousy workman's comp for 6 months. I was almost evicted. I didn't have Pampers for redeem. I couldn't buy my baby no food. I was broker than a joke, and I was working for the government. I couldn't believe that. And I kept trying to call and report people, and they was look, we don't fight against each other. When they told me that they don't fight against each other, that I can make a complaint all I want to, but that they will always ride with each other and support one another, I knew something. And I was like, what? They're supposed to be a higher up so I can tell that they didn't do their job. And the man told me just like that, we don't do inward fighting, but I'll take your complaint. And in that moment, I was crying and I was just upset. I'm like, God, I don't even understand this. He said, I do. And I knew that you was going to hurt your back at that post office 5 years ago when I told you to write that book. Had you listened, you'd have some income coming in. You wouldn't have took no losses. That's what made me write the book, the second one. Because I said, you know what? Ain't nobody finna have that type of control. Whether my kids is going to be on the street, y'all. No. Whether they going to have Pampers. Whether they going to have something to eat. No, man. That's too costly. That is how Dr. T pays her. For you to invite me out to come speak on your stage to your people, that's $25,000. Imagine paying yourself $25,000 for about 2 to 3 hours, maybe 45 minutes, keynote speaker. $25,000 for 8 hours. Hey, yeah, I'm yours. I'm there. As long as the time allows, I'm there. And then I turn around and teach other people how to do the same thing. So that's another stream of income. The name of my book is God, I Forgive You Too. That's the name of the second one. And the name of the first one is But I'm Still Here. And the reason why I picked that imagery is because that's how my childhood was, tumultuous. And now I made it to safety on the inside of the window, looking on the background of all the hell and catastrophe that tried to take me out as a child. And that's from beauty to ashes. That cover, redemption, freedom from bondages. All right, y'all, I'm out. Did y'all get something good on tonight? Look, I got land for sale. You want to buy you some land? I got land here for sale. Okay, it's in Texas. What I absolutely love about Texas is Texas ain't going down with that CBDC. We ain't going to be controlled by no CBDC. They actually going to create their own currency with God's economy. Gold. Okay, we can do that. Got land, got water, got power. This is the power of land. I'm going to have to come out here tomorrow, y'all. Y'all going to keep me here and I ain't going to let y'all. Okay, my food is in there, everything. This is the power of dirt. You can help me advertise it. Let's go. Let's go.
I'm gonna give you a new book that.
Let's go. I'll give you 10% of all proceeds. How about that? We help each other. Let's go. That's what it's all about. Please pin information. I did pin the information. Sis, you don't got it no more? I lost my mommy. I feel so lonely and depressed and hurt. I'm praying for you, beloved. I understand. I overstand. Understand is an understatement. And I overstand. Well, y'all better come on because I ain't got a whole lot. And there's one brother on here trying to buy it up. Because let me tell y'all the play. And if y'all ain't got in the course for tomorrow, the workshop for tomorrow, please get in the workshop for tomorrow. It's $97 investment. I'm going to show you how to get that back and some, okay? That's just what I do. Because you're not in profit mode until you get your return back. I'm going to send you somewhere and send you to some places that will give you your money right back. That's just what I do. Sis, that's the one I wanted in on. Okay, I'll send you that information. If that's the one you think you signed up for transportation. Because my husband got the email and said Casey Stevens. I'm like, yeah, that's sis. But I got you covered for sure before I go to bed here. And it's 11:31. I'm pushing the gas pedal. Dr. T don't stay up this late for no reason. I'm in the bed. But listen, let me tell y'all the play. I always tell y'all about government contracting. I always tell y'all about government contracting because that is how you go get your back pay back. All of the stuff that the government then took from, there's certain things that I can say and certain things that I can't. I can tell you in a private setting, okay? In a private setting, that's what I'll say. So when I tell y'all to come into my space, when I tell you to come into my sphere of influence, for a reason. It's for a reason. There are things that I'll say and it'll be like, we're going to ban you for this and all that. I'll tell you exactly, but government contracts is the way to create generational wealth. They buy land and they pay trillions of dollars for land, okay? That's for one, number one. Number two, if everything infrastructure-wise stems, the basis of everything built is dirt. That's why they buy it in abundance. That's why they harass people and try to threaten and kick people out and sue them for what? For land. Okay? If you just buy you this acre of land, give me a pen from over there. Say this is an acre and there's nothing on it. Every year it appreciates. Dirt. Every year it appreciates. So if you bought it for $100,000 by next year, as developments go on and all of that stuff, by next year it'll be worth $200,000. That's called equity. You can go take that out whenever you need that, without nothing on it. But you get an architect to come over and say, we're gonna have. You all right, Papa?
Yeah.
Go get your cough drop.
Okay.
Okay. I'm not the best artist, but it's cool, okay?
I'll be right back, Mom.
All right, sir. Okay. So we got a bank here. We got a school here. We got a hospital here. And we got a grocery store here. Then we got some apartment complexes. And then we got like a little pond right here. And then over here, we'll put a dog park for the pets. And then we'll put over here a little gas station. Now look, that dirt that I bought for $10,000 becomes a $10 million project. I got units here. I got a bank here. I got a grocery store here. I got a hospital here, a school here, a hospital there. I got a dog park over here. Now this becomes $10 million because of what I'm going to build on here. It don't even gotta be built. I can go to the bank after the architect goes, and then I take it to the developer and they give me the blueprint to take to the bank, and I say, here you go, bank. I got this land right here, and this is all of the things that I'm going to put on it. And this is how much income it'll bring me in because I got 35 units here, 35 units here. I got 140 units here on this property. And then I got a grocery store that's producing income, a hospital that's producing income, a school that's producing income, and a bank that's producing income. I got a dog park. I got a river, a pond, a gazebo. I got some fish in there. I need a check to build all of this. Now they give me 10 million. I go spend 5. I got 5 million to go buy me some more land, grow some developments on. I'm gonna put some temporary rentals on there. I know that the government is paying big top dollar to house migrants, so I'll get some short-term rentals on that other land. It's all about buying other people's income. You can take dirt and turn it into trillions of dollars. If you didn't do nothing with it but allow it to appreciate, you're rich. If you didn't do nothing but plant weed on it and then bundle up hay and sell that, that's $100,000. If you every year, if you did not do anything but put lavender on it, that's $50,000 to $70,000 a year on top of the land appreciating. Now that you got something on it, your land goes from 10,000 to 10 million. Baby, listen, I'm giving all the juice and the sauce on tomorrow. Life insurance policies, what kind to have, the whole 9 yards, how you can become the bank. It's a $97 investment. All right. If you want to buy land, because there ain't a whole bunch of land left for you in this spot. And the reason why I'm telling you about this spot is because we're going to be there. This is where all of the pillars is going to be. So if you got an acre on that, your value just, it goes insane. On your acre, on your half acre, the value of your land goes way, because all of this stuff is going to be built on it. People are not seeing. I got land in Florida. I got land in Texas. We're working our way down in Houston, but that's a flood zone. Okay, we'll be looking out there and make sure that that it's a good fit for us. Very beneficial. How do you register for the course? You got to look in the description of this video, whether on YouTube or Facebook. The link is in there. The only place it's not is over here on TikTok, okay? I want to show y'all how to make $1 million. How many of y'all know that I can show you how to make $1 million? If I showed you over 300 and something thousand dollars in 3 months, do you believe I can make you a millionaire in a year using systems? How many of y'all see me live and then see the recording, replay the same thing that y'all said here live? That's a system. Because I got people in Cameroon and other places that didn't see it when you saw it. So now while I'm asleep, money is coming in. Money is being made. That's how you make money in your sleep, because one day you're not going to wake up. But that money, resources still need to come to provide for your family. So I got 7-figure systems. You want to know how Dr. T did 300 and something thousand in 3 months? Systems. I've been begging y'all to let me show y'all. Begging y'all to let me show y'all. And all of this technology is taking over now. You don't even need to do anything but sit back and just, hey, let me show y'all this and I'm out for real. I'm going to say goodbye after this. Let me share my screen. Let me show y'all. I have, because I love y'all. I know I have. I have came by here religiously. I've taken the brunt of everything. I have came by here religiously saying, family, it's the way we go. Let me see if this is the one I want to. Okay, this is the one I want to. Okay. This is Chat GPT. This is the newest hype. I want y'all to just check something out. I'm gonna go over here and I'm just gonna say how to make Ben, you being too loud. You hear how you drinking it? Sit down right here, Papa. Regular. Calm down. You ain't gotta drink your water strong. I know you strong, but you like right? How to make 6 figures online. Now watch this thing. I typed it right there, right? Let me try to blow it up a little bit for y'all. How to make 6 figures online. They finna tell me how to make 6 figures online. I'm just gonna hit this little button over here for search. And I'm just gonna say that. Now look. I got a whole ebook right there. And now I can take that back to the internet and say, this is how you can make 6 figures online. A whole little ebook that I can sell for $3, $7. This gets me into passive income. And after I ask them how to make 6 figures online, I can come right back down here and ask them how to scale to 7 figures after hitting 6 figures. So now I didn't ask them, how do I scale to 7 figures after hitting 6 figures? They didn't give me the blueprint of how to make 6 figures online. Now they finna tell me how I can scale to 7 figures after hitting my 6 figures. I ain't did nothing but ask a question. You see that? Do y'all see that? Now I got a whole double ebook. I got 2 ebooks. After you get to 6 figures, now you need to know how to get to 7. I ain't even had to do nothing, Sway. Why you can't make $1 million? Huh? Why you can't make $1 million? And then after the 7 figures, I need to know how to do 8 figures. And it's going to flesh it out for me. And now I come over here. Hold on. Now I come right over here. After they did that for me, now I come right over here. Hopefully it's still up. Here we go. Hopefully it's still up. Let me tell y'all how simplistic this is. Is it going to let me do it? Oh, no. Oh, here we go. Then I come over here and I tell them exactly what I want, kind of ads that I want them to put me together. And now I got over 100 different type of ads to run on my ebook that I just had ChatGPT create for me. You understand me? Now I got all my ads right here. And if I want to go over here and get copyright so that they can write me up, they can do that for me too. Understand? It's only took me 5 minutes. I got all these ads. These are called creatives. I got social media ads for TikTok, for I got ad creatives. This just list goes on and on and on. And all I did was added a photo and 3 words and let AI generate all of this stuff for me. Now you can become a social media marketing business. Your girl got that work. No experience needed. We know how to do logos, website. Listen, I'm out, y'all, because I'm giving y'all too much game tonight. Was this good for y'all? Was this 2 hours and 34 minutes at least good? Y'all let me know before I go. That's dope, ain't it? That's dope. Is the workshop tomorrow? It is. Let's go. If it's dope and y'all showing up, then type in there, goodbye poverty. Let me check the comments over here. I can't keep working like I do. I can't keep. That's right. The class is, I want to say the class is at 3:30 Central Standard Time, 4:30 Eastern Standard Time, and 1:30 Pacific Standard Time. Which you teach about land in the class too. I will cover it, yeah. You ain't got to drink your water strong, right? I'm always messing with Redeem. He's like, bruh, you got muscles in your windpipe? I want to do an ebook, sis. Yep, got you.
Yeah, I'm all going to do a book for all of you.
I have to learn how to use the computer first. It's all good. Hey, I just came across your video with a lady, your family tip. That was very generous of you. Bless God. It is better to give than it is to receive. I thank him. He gives seed to the sower and bread to the eater. As long as he give it to me, I'm going to keep on sowing it. So much love and appreciation. Goodbye, poverty. Let's go. Goodbye, poverty. Throw up the deuces. Goodbye, poverty. It's time to go. Make sure y'all show back up tomorrow. Ooh, if I got the energy, because when I do the workshops, I lay it all out. I pour it on like thick like matte lip gloss. I pour it on thick like matte lip gloss. I pour it on thick. I hose you down. So hopefully I'll be able to get up here on tomorrow. I'm not going to forget to check my messenger. I promise you I'm finna end this live and check it right now. I will see y'all on tomorrow ready to hose y'all down, okay? I got funding opportunities. I got the whole nine, the whole nigga nine. It's going to be the best $97 investment of your life because you're going to leave there with a blueprint that you can go implement right away. Goodbye, poverty. Throw you the deuces. Chuck you the deuces. Goodbye. We're done. We're broken up. All of that. It's not too late. It's not too late. But guess what? It will be tomorrow morning because what I don't like us to do as a people, how do I sign up for the classes? Email me, sister. I put in my email. I'm going to put it in one more time, okay? I put in my email and my phone number. And I thought I pinned it. But email me. Take a screenshot of this right now in case it rolls up. Email me and then I'll send you the link, okay? Or you can call me tomorrow. But you got to call me pretty early for the simple fact that I will be preparing for the workshop tomorrow. So what I'm not going to do is wait for you to sign up tomorrow right before the workshop. I will refund you. Because now I'm pressed for time trying to get you the information and then host the workshop and all of that. Let's be punctual, people. By tonight, sign up. Because probably tomorrow after a certain time, I'm just going to refund you your money. I'm not going to be doing that and doing this. My mind got to be clear so I can give y'all all the juice in the sauce, okay? With that being said, I love y'all, Redeem.
Have a great day tomorrow, guys. Bye.
Redeem trying to act like he's shy. Redeem ain't shy, but I love y'all, and we'll definitely see you guys tomorrow if the Most High say the same. Until then, go in peace and not pieces, okay? Do something today that's going to benefit your tomorrow. We're going to stop being consumers. We're going to stop being consumers and we're going to start being investors. Yeah, easy. I like that. I like that. I like that. Which workshop? This is called Be Your Own Bank. Build Your Own Bank. That's the workshop. All right, y'all. With that being said, I'm out. Available, Jamari, Rashawn. Send it to me, okay? I will definitely check you out and support and all that good stuff. Lovely Heart, available on all music platforms. I'm going to try to remember that and go look that up, okay? With that being said, love y'all. If ain't nobody told y'all that they love you, Dr. T love you, and that's why Dr. T show up the way that she show up. Until the next time, peace out.
Peace.